Hello and welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inking, or welcome if you are on YouTube or on Facebook. If you're here watching live, please do me a sound and light check. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. We probably have about 20 minutes of chatting to begin with. I've got some sneak peeks to share with you of products coming next week and Stampin' Up news, and then might just have a Christmas card to make. Oh dear. I know it's June, but my excuse is it's probably the warmest day in the UK here today. So, of course, we need a Christmas card. And the longest day has been and gone. Who said that? So, yes. And to be fair, it's glorious, isn't it? The weather is amazing. It's really lovely, but I'm not enjoying the pollen. For those of you that are hay fever sufferers like me, it is just rubbish at the moment, which kind of makes it sad because I want to be outside, but that's where the pollen lives. Oh dear. Okay, it looks like we are sort of cooking on now. So Lorraine is here and Scylla and Donna, and they're saying hello to everybody. Sunny and Paul, says Lorraine. Donna, I bet you are tucked up already. Oz is in the house and it's probably the middle of the night. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. So what is new? What is new? What have you been up to over the past week? I had a team day on Saturday and a replay yesterday of team day, and it was fabulous. I love chatting with my team, talking about all things Stampin' Up and all things everything, really. You would be surprised at the full range of topics we cover in a team day. We made lots of different projects, some of which, this is another sneak peek bit of information, some of which is coming for a watercolor class next month. No, August. Scrapbooking in July, watercoloring in August. And watercoloring is a huge topic. It's vast. So I've actually split it up into multiple classes. So the first one is going to be working using Stampin' Up inks to watercolor. So that all of the details of that will be coming out soonish. Next week, maybe the week after. I don't know. There are so many moving parts and pieces to my world at the moment. I've had three, or I will have had 3 evening events this week, and I was working last Saturday and I'm working this Saturday, plus my normal working week. So it's busy. It's all a bit busy. But you know, it's good. Busy is good. Okay, so lots more people here. Jen's here, wonderful. Dino's here. Karen's here. So it's 11 o'clock for Donna, 11 o'clock at night for Donna. Yay! Scylla has finally finished her invigilating. 2 months worth of exams. Oh, that's good, because that means all the younglings have finished their exams now. So that's really good too. Just got to wait for the results. My nephews, one's finished his degree and one has finished his GCSEs this year. I can't believe it. So they're going to be anxiously awaiting their results. Hello, Janet. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Ali. So everyone is saying hello to everyone. Oh, Chris is popping in and out. Sunny in Newbury. Yeah, I think actually across the UK it's sunny, which is really, really good. Okay, so before I get into the sneak peeks, because I know you want to see the new stuff. I know. I want to talk to you about the online bug off, which is launching on Monday. No, a week on Monday. No, Monday. Monday. Really good. Really good. Really good to know that I'm actually in charge of my own destiny, isn't it? Really. Shall we start that again? Book off starts on Monday. 1st of July 2024. And it runs for the whole month of July. So I'm doing it slightly different to last time, not sure, but kind of slightly different. So I've filmed a couple of videos. The links for them will be coming out via email. So make sure you're on my mailing list. If you are not on my mailing list, why not? Send me an email and I'll pop you on the mailing list. But the videos will go live as well in YouTube on the 1st of July. The bug off that I'm doing is only for UK customers. I'm really sorry, all my international friends, I'm sorry, but there are Stampin' Up rules and exorbitant international shipping rates and things. So I can only do this for my UK friends. And basically, I have shot videos with so showing all of the stamp sets. There are stamp sets, there are bundles with dies, bundles with punches, papers, ribbon, cardstock. There are 2 videos. They're not actually that long. Getting faster. Basically, because I'm just showing you the stamp set, saying the name, showing you the inside so you can see, because all my stamps are always well loved. Yeah, so the videos aren't that long. So anyway, watch those, make your list. You're going to have to email me the items that you would like. And as always, as the emails come in, they go into a separate folder in my email inbox, and I deal with them in the order in which they've come in. So obviously, the sooner you get your email in, the more likely you are to actually get the things that you want. And you then place an equivalent order in my online store in July, and the 2 match together. And then I put in the post your bug off goodies, the retired goodies. I'm asking for a £4 contribution towards the postage and the packaging for shipping the bug off items to you, and they'll come tracked and signed for. Now, the important thing to know is, because I'm running the bug off in July, there is no craft along in August. This is exactly what I did last year. So there's no craft along in August, in the sense of there's no kit coming out in the post in August. What we're doing in August instead is a mystery craft along, or a mystery creative session class something. August is ages away. Yeah, it'll be fine. So what I do is I send you out a list of things to gather, which will say, I don't know, patterned paper, stamps, for instance, leaf stamps and sentiments and however many sheets of cardstock you need. You will gather all those things together and we will craft together like we would do normally with a craft along, but there's no kit. And who knows? It's a mystery as to what we're actually going to be making. So there's no actual craft along in August. If you place a bug off order, you get the mystery class for free. If you're not placing a bug off order, you can purchase the class. It's £10. And again, all of the details are on my blog. So let's see. Janice is here. Hiya, Janice. How you doing, lovely? Ooh, and Anne's back. Nice to be back after a few weeks. Have you been holly bobbing? That's good. And Margaret's here. Did I say Ali? Yeah, I did. Margaret, Janet, Chris, Janice, Anne. Awesome. Okay, so I've told you about the bug off. You've got till Sunday to get your bundles at an extra 10% off. Your bundles with dies at an extra 10% off. And yeah, I think that's all kind of with the Stamping Up news. Just checking the messages. No, that's fine. So yeah, I think that's all the Stamping Up news. What will be happening though next Wednesday is there are new products launching. So they're the online exclusives, which, as the name suggests, are exclusively online. So they are not in a catalogue. Now, I will be sending out links to the new products, but I have some of the new products here and some of the things that we're going to be using in July's craft along. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get started. And just in case you missed me saying this at the beginning, I appreciate today is probably the hottest day of the year so far, but I am making Christmas cards today because, well, we're halfway through the year now. So, you know, I'm allowed. Oh, Ali. Ali's got a parcel that isn't tracking. Okay. So, Ali, you know this, I'm sure, but contact demo support. I am aware that there are or have been a few parcels that seem to be a bit sticky sticky in the German warehouse, and they tend to stay there for 2 or 3 days before they move. But contact demo support and they will sort it out for you. For my customers, Ali's a demonstrator, so she goes direct to customer support. If you're one of my customers and you have a parcel that isn't doing what it's supposed to do, please contact me and I will do the chasing for you. Ali's on it. Awesome. So Anne's been busy dog training, kiddie minding, and a few days holidays. She needs crafting time. Yes, you do. Put your feet up. No, Christmas Day. It's the 25th, Scylla. 6 months today's Christmas Day. Oh, I love it. Awesome. Right. Okay. Let's turn this camera around and go into Christmas, shall we? Because makes me happy. Let me switch that over. Hooray. Okay, so let's move those to one side. So first up, this is the Golden Greenery set. Christmas, sorry, start again. This is the Golden Greenery set. This is what we're using for July's craft along. Now, I know that some of you don't want to make Christmas cards, don't celebrate Christmas. All of the projects can be altered with different sentiments and things to be winter birthdays. So please don't worry about that. This is vellum, which we aren't using in the craft along. I don't think we are. In fact, I'm sure we're not. I don't know. It's been a little while since I made the projects. So I don't know. But anyway, look at it and see if you like it, and then we'll figure it out. So you get 2 sheets of each pattern. So this is printed leaves and little berries. Then you've got this sheet, which is like snow. And there's 2 sheets of that one. And then this sheet is fir branches with like snowy bits on it. It's not raised, but it looks like it's raised. And you get 2 sheets of that. So that's 6 sheets of vellum. And then there is this paper. Oh, it is stunning. So one side is foiled, and it's gold foil, and it goes with vanilla. So one side is gold foil, one side is plain. So you've got the stars, and the reverse of that is, I think these are mistletoe leaves. Somebody will be able to tell me with their botanical knowledge, but there's little white berries. So I'm not sure. They might be mistletoe leaves. So pretty. And then you've got sort of a green mottled effect. Then you've got bells and foliage with gingham on the back. Then this looks like polka dots, but it's actually tiny diamonds, and with leaves on the back. And like I said, that's why this paper works really well for sort of winter and foliage type birthday cards, that kind of thing. And then, oh, 2 more sheets. Yeah, so this one, actually through the camera, this looks like text, but it isn't. It's like broken lines on a watercolor wash, and it's got this foliage on the reverse. And then you've got more foliage and the gold and polka dots on the back. So really, really pretty papers, and just very tonal. So the projects that we're going to be making in the craft along are also very tonal. But I just thought it would be fun to do Christmas in July. We haven't done that for ages. So that's those. Then there is a stamp set and die bundle that's coming that coordinates, and it's a 2-step. So you've got the bell and the detail here and here, and then the fern or the fir tree and the branches there and here, and these as well. So they're all designed to stamp one on top of the other. And then the dies, oh, the thing to say about this is these images are at 75%. When you actually open it up, they're actually huge. So if you look, I mean, I understand that it says it's 75%, but until you actually see it's that one there, until you actually see it, it is much, much bigger. And then, so the dies, you've got these 4, which are like individual foliage. And then these ones all cut out the stamped images. And then you've got like this little strip with the extra berries, which is pretty cool because you always need extra berries. So that's the bundle that coordinates. There's some satin ribbon, which I didn't bring upstairs. But then there's these. So these are berries. These are sort of pearlescent and these are cherry cobbler. So the berries, obviously, to go with all of your foliage bits. And then the 2 things that I'm super excited about is this stamp set called Greetings of the Season. Now, I love sentiment sets. We know this. I talk about this all the time because sentiments can make and break a card, and I just love to have a huge variety of sentiments. So this one is called Greetings of the Season, and you've got like a block font and then a scripty font, and you've got happy and merry for your Christmas. I know some people prefer one to the other, so that's really good. You've got New Year, you've got season's greetings, you've got holidays for my international friends. It's the most wonderful time of year. Love these sentiments. It's really good. And it does come in a bundle with these, and these are a set of tag dies. So each one of these dies has got a little hole in it to make tags. And just because they're tags doesn't mean they just have to go on presents. They look really cool on cards as well. So that's kind of the bundle coordinating. And then there's this. So the thing is, if you get this, you need this. If you get this, you need this. This is everyday greetings. So, you know, you can see straight away that they are like sister stamp sets because you've got exactly the same kind of block font and then scripty font. This one doesn't have the word happy in it. The word happy is in here. This is why you need both. So the thing is, this is actually done to say things like birthday wishes or on your birthday or on your anniversary. And I love this sentiment here. Sympathy sentiments are always difficult, and we often struggle to find the right words to say, and sometimes Stampin' Up gets it right with the words, and this is where there is heartache, let there be healing, which I think is really lovely. But you've got a love you, a thank you, congratulations, thinking of you, and a hello. So it just, the 2 of them just work brilliantly together. So these will be Amanda's new favorite sets. So be warned, they are they are coming. So they all launch on the 3rd of July. There is an additional promotion happening on the 3rd of July. I'm going to be emailing out all the information over the next few days. I don't want to overwhelm you with too many bits of information all coming at once. So everything will come out in an email anyway. So you'll get these. There will be 2 more kits as well on Wednesday because it's the beginning of a month. I don't know what the kits are. I haven't actually even seen a sneak peek of them yet. And since the last two kits were really cool, I'm very excited about what's going to be coming. So yeah, so that's good. So here's a question for you. Who's finished your Christmas crafting? Christmas cards? Anybody? Okay. So I'm just gathering all my things. Oh, do you know what I didn't tell you? Has the video been good today? Here's a question. Has the video been good yet? Been good today? I have fiber. I actually have fiber. I now have twice the upload speed and twice the download speed that I had last week. So I'm a little bit excited because it's all working well so far. Right. Da, da, da. Okay. So this is a new set to me that I bought specifically for the penguin. How cute is that tiny weeny penguin? It's also got some lovely sentiments here. And again, scripty font, block font. So you've got a happy here for birthday adventure, anniversary, and so on. But I really love the little penguin. Donna's saying not yet. Ali's saying hooray. Margaret's happy about that. That's good. Anne started but nowhere near finished. So there we go. Right. I need a little bit of grid paper, I think. Maybe not, actually. I think I'll be all right. Okay. So what I have got is a Lost Lagoon card and a basic black layer. And then I've actually got 3 pieces of cardstock that are the matte size to go on there. And then this one is to go on the inside. So let's just get the inside bit done first. Now, we did this at our class last week. No, a couple of weeks ago. And we had a bit of a debate because I'm still not sure if penguins have orange feet and beaks. And I didn't actually check. But when you see a penguin like this penguin, you've got to colour in his beak and his feet. So my theory is they're orange, but I don't know for sure. So let's just pop that in. Hi, Sue. How are you doing, lovely? Okay. So we're going to build this card up from the back. And we're going to do tearing and embossing and all sorts of things. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stamp a little penguin in the top left-hand corner, like so. I'm going to colour him in as we go. so I don't forget. Actually, I'm going to have to use the brush tip. There we go. Okay. So then I want a torn piece of cardstock. And it's going to go sort of, let me lift it up a little bit. It's going to go so it kind of covers over his feet. Now you can make this as kind of wibbly wobbly as you want to, because snow doesn't really sit flat. Actually, let me just tear that down a bit more. Okay, so that's going to go on there like that. Okay, so then we're going to put a second penguin down. Like so. So he's at the top of that torn edge. We'll colour him in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear this again. I'm tearing this one again. So that one's going there like that. Then this piece can actually go here. So let me just tear that down a bit. So that piece can go there. So I can actually put another penguin here. And you're going to see as we sort of build this up, it will actually be quite a few layers. Now, you can leave that because the final layer is going to go on the top, but it does make it quite bulky. So what I'm actually going to do is tear it again. And then make sure those are all positioned where I need them to be. So I'm actually going to glue these down now. And just make sure that your edges are nice and tight in. And you want it so that the penguin's feet are kind of on that snowy edge. Now, try not to put too much glue on these snowy edges. You'll see why in a minute, where I sort of fluff things, make it sort of more 3D. And then the final thing is this piece is going to have the sentiment stamped on it. So what I actually want to do is tear it again. So I know that that is going to be positioned there, and then I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas. So I'm using More Wishes and Lost Lagoon ink. There's my Merry. And Christmas. Okay. So now this piece is going to go on here. Let me just position that a bit further down. Let's see. That's about right. And pop that down. Like so. And then because your original sheet was the right size for the layer, you're going to trim it down. Now that looks nice like that, but it looks even better. Let me just close this down. If you use the Snowflake 3D embossing folder. Ooh, that was a big noise. So remember, the embossing machine, cut and emboss machines are also an extra 10% off this month. So it's the big one like this and the little one. So just make sure that the raised bit, the bumpy bit, is underneath. And oh, which way are we going? Going this way around. Going this way around. So I've got more snow at the top. So pop that in. Line it all up so it's straight. Wind it through. Just move that out the way. And that looks much cooler. But now what you want to do is just bend the card and just pull those torn bits up. Do it again on all three bits. And so there's no point in doing this before you put it through the embossing folder, because obviously the embossing folder will flatten it out. But by doing this, it gives you much more dimension. So then we're going to pop that down. And then pop that on the card like that. Then Amanda's going to put her thumb on that smudge bit. Here's one I made early with no smudges on. Ta-da! Oh, I did that other one. But it's such a cool card. Obviously you can do this with all sorts of snow type critters. If you do it in a landscape format, it would work for like the polar bears, for those of you that got the polar bears, or even things like deers or stags, that sort of thing. And if you remember this whole thing with the torn edges for the snow, it just adds a little bit of interest. But this is still flat enough to go through the standard post. You're not putting lots of embellishments on it, so it will go flat. Thank you. Lots of cute card comments. Okay, so I do have a second Christmas card to show you, and it's using a paper that I love, and I have shown you these papers a few times, but I'm going to show you again. So I'm using the snowflakes and the same More Wishes. Now let me just get all of that out. And this paper is the Thoughtful Journey papers. Now, these papers are really lovely. They're watercolor wash type papers. And they're the sort of papers, so like that one, for instance, you can actually just chop and put a sentiment on and it's a greeting and you're done. I'm actually going to use this pattern to make a Christmas card. And at first glance, you'd look at it and go, well, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to be a Christmas card. But I want to show you, because quite often in a paper pack, you'll have sheets like this that you might not be quite sure what to do with. So I'm going to show you. But I'm just going to quickly show you these papers. See, that would make a fabulous Christmas card, wouldn't it? So these are all watercolor wash, watercolor effects. What's that one? A stormy sky. They're just so pretty. There we go. Okay. So we're going to use this one. I'm just going to make the card blank. So I'm actually making a landscape fold card. I always now make my landscape cards with the score on the short side, because they stand so much better. So because the score's here, it just stands really, really easily. Oh, and I need, that is going to be 3.5, 5, 5.25. Okay. So I've got some white layers. I'm going to use a white layer for the inside. So that little piece of patterned paper just makes a lovely little embellishment on the inside. Obviously, you could stamp on the inside, but I always do like to use the little scraps of patterned paper that I might not use for a different project. Ali's sister-in-law's husband served in the Falklands, and he brought her back a tea towel with penguins on, but the children got lovely gifts. Yeah, I'm not sure why husbands think tea towels are a good gift. I've never figured that one out. Although that said, if you ask my mother-in-law what she would like for Christmas, often she would like some new tea towels, some pretty tea towels. So, you know, maybe they have something there. Okay, so we've got our patterned paper. I'm going to put a bit of grid paper underneath, so I can stamp my sentiments. So I'm stamping my Merry Christmas again. This time, this is Misty Moonlight. So it's really going to stand out. on that background. And then I'm going to use boho blue, which is the same color as this card base, for the snowflakes. And I've got 2 different sizes of snowflakes here. And I just wanted the color to be slightly lighter than the sentiment, but actually was sufficiently dark that you could actually see it. Let's pop one there, another one here, and then I'm going to count them. Has anybody been counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Although I need 2 little bits there and there. Because that corner just needs a little bit of something. There we go. How cool is that? Now, I brought my rhinestones because I figured that's the second thing I've dropped on the floor, that we would probably need a bit of sparkle. I'm going to put a bit of sparkle in the center of all of these snowflakes. And these rhinestones are actually quite flat. So quite often when we're making Christmas cards and things, I do talk about, you know, depending on whether you're hand delivering a card or whether you are posting a card, kind of decide how many gemstones and things that you are putting on. So to see how thick it's going to make it. Just going to count them again. 2, 4, 6, 8. For those of you that are going, Amanda, why are you counting? I'm counting because you need an odd number. You need an odd number of embellishments. An odd number of anything. If you have an even number, that's why there are 3 penguins. If you have an even number, your brain wants them all to be perfectly aligned. If it's an odd number, it will accept that they're a bit more higgledy-piggledy. And when we're crafting, contrary to what we believe sometimes, higgledy-piggledy works. So there we go. You can see. Now I don't think Lynn is here actually. But Lynn, when Lynn sends me cards, she has a trick when they've got embellishments on. And I will show you the trick. She was the first person that I ever saw do this. So let me just layer this up. So that's the completed card. But what Lynn does is she does this with the card. So she actually turns it like inside out when she posts it, so that the gems aren't just covered by the envelope. So they're less likely to get squashed. Some people put in an extra piece of cardstock. But you know, sometimes that's extra weight, and that might put you into a next weight category. But that works really well to do that. And the person receiving it obviously knows that all they need to do is turn it the right way around. So there's 2 Christmas cards. But I have one more top tip for you that my team taught me on Saturday that I am not only astounded, but can't believe why I never thought of it. So what they do is they get their dimensionals and a marker, like a Sharpie marker. And I'm just thinking, have I got one there? Hang on. I think I have. They get a Sharpie marker and they scribble over the dimensionals. Ooh, not their table, obviously. But they do like a squiggly line all over their dimensionals. So that when they've got dimensionals on a piece of cardstock, let's get a piece of cardstock. So, you know, they're going to layer this piece of cardstock. They pop their dimensionals down. And because all of their dimensionals look like zebras, they can tell when they've lifted the backings off. Because if you're like me and don't do that, you're looking at that and going, okay, which ones of these dimensionals have I taken the backing off? And you will see me on all of my videos doing this. I stick my finger on and go, oh yeah, that's not sticky, so I need to take that off. But isn't that genius? So that means that you know which ones you've got to take off. How cool is that? I tell you, I have the best team ever. And the best bit about it is we always learn from one another. So that, I mean, to be fair, this doesn't actually look that pretty, does it? But if it saves us time, it's got to be a good thing. Okay. So did anyone else know this tip? Or am I just the last one to find out about it? Sue says she does the finger bit too. Yeah, you see, I just do that. And, you know, and particularly when it's a huge bit of card and I've got like 20 dimensionals and I'm going, Ali knew. That's good. So there you go. Okay, so Christmas in June on the warmest day of the year. Thank you. Right, I'll read out the messages in a minute. So for those of you that are doing craft along for June, it's tonight at 7 o'clock. Sorry, Margaret can't join us because she's got choir practice. I hope you are all in fine voice, Margaret. You can catch up on the replay. Watch out for your email inboxes about my online bug off and information about the stuff that's happening next week. For those of you that are doing the scrapbooking workshop, the deadline for payment is actually on Friday of this week, and the first class is next Thursday. So if you've booked but not paid your invoice yet, please pay your invoice, and I'll be sending out a reminder in the next day or so for the last few people who need to get booked. So don't miss out on the scrapbooking workshop. As I said earlier today, there will be a watercoloring workshop in August. Details of that are coming. So yeah, it's all busy here. Sue's saying she's got the penguin from Penguin Place. So yeah, so that penguin would work really well. Lots of you will have had that because of the Christmas retreat that we did. You'll probably only fit one penguin on, but you can still do the snowy bit, the snowy effect. That would work really well. Janet is saying this is a great tip. Good. Donna's saying she does know about the tip, but she never remembers to do it. Thanks, Scylla. Thanks, Anne. They're saying that the cards are lovely. Brilliant. Okay, well, please take care of yourselves. I'll see some of you tonight. And everyone else, I will see you back here next week. As always, all the products that you've seen today can be purchased in my online store. If you pop over to my website, ooh, it's not clicking. Ha! I don't know why it's not clicking. That's weird. Huh. Okay. For some reason, my click wasn't clicking. It's now clicking. My website is www.inspiringinking.com. There you'll be able to find clickable links to my online store. If you are interested in my bog off, then it's really important that you make sure you are on my mailing list. So there is a link on my blog to join my mailing list, or you can email me, amanda@inspiringinking.com, and I will send you out the links. So take care of yourselves. I'll see some of you tonight and some of you next week. Take care. Goodbye.